Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
This is Nicole Flores from McKinney for Edwin and Dara, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Yes. I got to follow up with her. My good friend, Lauren, I need to check and see how they are doing. We did that story on her father looking for a kidney. Good morning to Mama Cone. Oh, we're having a tremendous Tuesday today, not just a terrific Tuesday for Mama Cone. Good morning, Frederick, to all of you. I am your host, Dani Gurrie. Again, life in chaos. It wouldn't be any different if I weren't. I didn't even set my stuff up properly. But I mean, I got everything ready actually today, so let's at least be happy for that. But I hope you're having a great day so far. All right, today is Tuesday, June 3rd, and I'm your host, Dani Gurrie. No matter how chaotic it is, you know, when you join this show, you're at least going to learn a little bit about Frederick, maybe some of the events going on, maybe be introduced to some very cool people. Well, actually, always you're going to be introduced. Might not be somebody you already know, which is kind of cool about this show. I know for me, a little over a year now, I have met more people that I did not know at all before starting Good Morning Frederick. So this show is all about Frederick, Maryland, and the people, places, and events that happen in it. All right, on our show for today, this tremendous Tuesday, we've got our morning roundup with Chris Michaels from WFMD. This is where you get kind of your local news, what's happening in and around Frederick County, and weather. And looking outside, I don't see too many shadows. So it looks like the sun is trying to come out. I think it's going to be warm today, which I'm excited about. All right. And then, of course, I'm going to highlight some of the events coming up for this week, this weekend, and into the near future so you can mark your calendar. And finally, I introduce you to Brian and Ashley Allen from True Standard Distilling, just opened right near the downtown Frederick post office. And if you like rum, oh, you're going to want to pay attention to this one. Yes, for sure. All right, let's go ahead and officially get our show started. Well, Good Morning Frederick is sponsored by Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard of Frederick, open daily noon to 9. I have been promising Mama Cone Rita's because there's no reason not to have Rita's. So last night we went and I got the Sharkleberry Fin. What is it called? I got to look it up. Anyway, it is Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid Sharkleberry Fin. That's what it is. Delicious. I typically don't try new stuff, but the Kool-Aid wasn't overly Kool-Aidy, and I got the sprinkles on top. Those were the pictures in that open there. Actually, I wonder if I can pull them up here. Mama Cone just got a simple strawberry. Let me just see. I think I can share this. Let's do this. Why not? Let's just shake things up as we move. Here we go. Let's just see. All right. Oh, yeah, there we go. Let me just pull that out so we can make that bigger and this smaller. Okay, there we go. So that is Mama Cone's strawberry with sprinkles. That is my Kool-Aid Sharkleberry Fin with sprinkles, of course. And this mango lemonade. If you're looking for something refreshing, maybe you're taking the kids, maybe you're just driving by and you want more of a drink. How about one of their lemonades? They have all different flavors. I got the mango, and it is absolutely so tasty and refreshing. So that's what we got last night. So that was that too. There's my Sharkleberry Fin Kool-Aid, and that's Mama Cone's Sharkleberry Fin Ice. There you go. And you can I got it as gelati. You can just get it as a blender, and you got that. So there you go. I want to thank Rita so much. 538 West South Street in Frederick. Don't forget you can get the orders on Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, and they also have an app which I realized wasn't updated, and then I had to try to remember my password to try to get my points. Goodness gracious. I don't even know. I don't even try to keep track anymore. It is not easy at all. But anyway, very good. And we love Rita's. They support the community, do so much to give back. Want to thank Christy and the team at Rita's at 538 West South Street for a delicious treat. Okay, I'm stalling a little bit because Chris is supposed to be here. Bob is not here today. See, Bob is very much on time. Chris gets distracted and has things that he's doing. He's probably trying to start his computer. He's probably stressing. I don't know if he's downstairs or upstairs in the studio. You know, you can always count on him just to kind of throw a wrench into the day. So I don't know what else to say. Actually, what I'll do right now, I just want to shout out Warehouse Cinemas. A friend of mine was at the movies the other day, texted me a picture of myself on the screen, which I appreciate Warehouse Cinemas for doing that. We're going to start going to more movies. It is summertime. My nieces and nephews just moved back to Maryland, and I'm excited to take them to the movies as well. Oh, he popped right in. But if you want to be on the big screen at Warehouse, go to warehousecinemas.com/advertising. All right, let's find out what's happening in and around Frederick County. Morning Roundup is sponsored by Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland. Window tinting, paint protection film, ceramic coating, vinyl wraps like on the Good Morning Frederick car. Also, customized leather upholstered car seats. They can take care of all your aftermarket enhancements. Auto Trim Design of Mid-Maryland, accessories for any lifestyle. Find them on Urbana Pike or at autotrim-md.com. Well, good morning.
Oh, excuse me. 1 second.
Are you out of breath?
I ran down here as fast as I could to make it before the morning mayor, Bob Miller. He's not here yet, is he?
Bob Miller's not joining us today. Did you not get his text?
Oh, wait. So I ran all the way down here just to make it first, and he wasn't here for no reason? Oh, gosh.
Do you mean you went downstairs because you thought he was going to be upstairs?
No, I knew he wasn't going to be here today. So I am proud to say I made it here before Bob Miller did, even though he's not here today.
You wait. You got to watch this show back to see as I'm stalling what I'm saying about you. So there you go.
Oh, did you? Now listen, Dani. I hope you reciprocated. We talked about reciprocated tariffs that's going on now. I hope you reciprocated because of all the sweet things I say about your hair. I hope you complimented my hair too.
Always. Always.
Okay,
I
good.
said you had to stop maybe and do your hair on your way down. No, I didn't say that, but I should have. I did say you get distracted. You got a lot going on, and so who knows who stopped you between the upstairs studio and downstairs studio. So there you
I
go.
did get I did get stopped a few times, but I don't know. So I have this weird thing. Okay, I hate, even though I work on the radio, I work on the air. I hate hearing my voice. I cringe because in this industry, you kind of always want to check yourself, see how you do on air, and I hate doing that because I hate my voice. And the one thing I hate worse than my voice is I hate this face. So if there's if
Aw,
if there is a
you are
way
being too harsh.
if there's a way to block out this face, I'd be more than happy to watch Good Morning Frederick. I do watch it when I'm not on because I don't see his face. But yes, I just don't like looking at this face. But I will watch it back
Well,
today.
you can listen to the podcast version. There you
There you
go. You
go.
don't need-
You know, I got to give you credit, Dani. And I've said this before. You're a marketing genius, my friend. You have everything covered: podcast in the car, video for your home, YouTube, Facebook, everything, Frederick, and more. The only thing we're missing is a big billboard, all 15, with
I've thought
Good Morning
about
Frederick.
that. I have really given a lot of thought because here's my goal. I'm going to put this out there so I'm more accountable for it. My goal I don't know if I can do it by the end of this year. I'd love to. But I figure there's 190,000 people in Frederick County. I would love to reach 10,000 people by the end of the year. Meaning, I'd love to have it would be great if I could get 10,000 subscribers, but I'm struggling to even get 2,000 subscribers. But I would love our videos to get to 10,000 people, and it should be possible, right? I feel like 10% of our population. I think that's doable. I just have to figure out how I do it, and
Well,
that's my goal. My goal. Oh, look at
well,
Mama
Dani.
Cone. Love you muscles. Look at that. You're getting
Oh,
the love
Mama
from Mama
Cone, thank
Cone.
you. Yeah. If we could just cover maybe this face and just have my arm, I might be decent looking.
I want to
Thank you,
say
Mama
a
Cone.
big shout out this morning to Tommy Skaggs and Michelle Payton. Thank you guys so much. I'll tell you this. When you watch the show and you comment and you like and you share, again, I know it sounds trite. I don't mean it to, but I'm telling you, it works wonders for this show. So
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I was a big fan of you doing the show before Bob and I were on here. When you made the announcement that you were going to do the show, and I think I told you this on Facebook. I said it was a great idea. I'm a big fan of the show. I think it's very positive what you do, and I think it's great how you actually do it for love of the community. And I want to mention before we get into news, a cool interview we had today, but I think you got to realize too, Dani, you've only been doing this a year plus. You know what I
yeah,
mean? I think for a year plus, I think you're doing great.
thank
Rome wasn't built in a day. The show's only going to get bigger and better. You're adding more things. I'm proud of what you're doing. I'm proud of the fact that you're with us at WFMD. And I said from the start, when this idea was brought up to me as a program director, I said, you know what? This is a great marriage between us and you because this will reach a whole different platform that WFMD hasn't reached. And it's worked out great. People recognize me not just from radio, honestly, but from doing the podcast. So again, it's only going to get bigger and better, Dani. I think you're doing a tremendous job, and you took quite a chance on doing this. And I'm just waiting for that big billboard that says "Welcome." That says Dani Gurrie from Good Morning Frederick welcomes you to Frederick, Maryland. We'll get that downtown.
I would love that. I would love that so much. And I appreciate all the kind words, really, and the support because I could not do this without you for sure. And I appreciate what you guys add to it.
We just got to get you on the program more on the Morning News Express because
I
you know
know. I
I've
know.
been told by a few people, a good amount of people, and employees here also that when you're on with me, we have a great rapport. You and me together. You add you with Bob and me on the show. I think it's just a great rapport the three of us have, and what people don't realize, we're actually the three of us are actually good friends.
We
So
are.
we got to get you on the show more to talk more about Good Morning Frederick.
Yeah, I thought we had a good show when I sat in for
It
Bob
was
that
great.
one day. Yeah, I thought it was
It was
fun.
great. Well, more than one
Yeah.
day. You did it a couple times, and it was great. So,
Yeah.
before we get into and honestly, Danny, there's not a whole lot of news to really
That's
talk
good.
about.
That's always good, right?
So, what I do want to talk about, if you don't mind, is history of Frederick. So, Bob and I, we always have Brad Young, who we're so blessed to have, a great guy, great friend, Brad Young. We had his father, former Mayor Ron Young, on the show today, and
Oh, wow.
we literally, Danny, did a whole hour with him on there, and an hour wasn't enough. So, for those of you who grew up in Frederick, obviously I didn't. For those of you like you did, Danny, you grew up in this area. It was so interesting talking to Ron Young and let's put political garbage aside for a second, okay? It was so interesting talking to the former mayor about how much of his heart and soul he put into downtown Frederick, and I really enjoyed the conversation. I was so like just staring at him and listening to every word. And he was talking about the two of the biggest controversies, Danny. Maybe you remember this, that he had as mayor that he said he did was number one, putting the power lines underground. And number two, which was surprising, building a garage in downtown Frederick.
Well, you have, and I moved to Frederick in 1977. Yeah, 77. I moved here. And I wasn't very obviously politically astute
No,
at the
correct.
time, but looking back, and this is what I love about the movie Boomtown, because Boomtown highlights right before, well, Boomtown Part 1 from the 1940s to about the 1970s. And the rebel rousers, as Sawyer McLaughlin calls the people, the consortium of people, including Ron Young, who looked at Frederick and saw something many people couldn't even imagine for our town. And I think that he had to fight through a lot of things. The people that wanted the same old, they wanted everything to stay the same, and they couldn't even imagine, why would we put a parking garage in downtown Frederick when there's 1,000 people that live here, or whatever it is, right? They never even pictured that tens of thousands of people would visit Frederick downtown, every week. And I think that that was really his gift to this area, because that whole Carroll Creek project, that again, envisioning a whole linear park, I mean, it extended way beyond his even time as mayor, but he got the whole thing going with the floodplain and all of that. Like, it just really, you know, we disagree with a lot of people politically sometimes, and then sometimes you have to sit back and really appreciate what somebody had to do to get all those things done. And I think he's one. And I think the statue to him is going to be very cool. And I know the Youngs, and I think it's a very cool thing.
So I think it's well deserved. And real quickly, if I may, if you look down here in the comments, I want to take a comment that Tommy made here. He said one word, and I agree. Visionary, and I'm assuming obviously he's talking about former Mayor Young,
Yeah.
visionary, and I think he was. I think he saw in my again. This is an outsider looking in, not growing up here. I think he saw what Frederick could be. I
Yeah.
think
The
he saw
potential.
early, correct, the potential. Thank you. That's what I was. This is what I love about Danny. She knows what I'm thinking, and that's how you know you're friends. Like she knows the words that's in my head, but I can't say it, and she brings that out of my head. So thank you, Danny. But absolutely, he saw the
Yeah.
potential and what Frederick could be and still could be.
Yeah.
As far as one thing I think people forget is we live so close to the nation's capital. We're right around a corner from the nation's capital. I think he kind of foresaw that and saw that people would be moving into the area because it's cheaper, crime rates a lot lower, and he kind of prepared for that. And looking at the downtown area, I love downtown Frederick, Dani. It's great.
Yeah.
It's got these shops. You got, Carroll Creek, which is beautiful. There's always something going on. And
Yeah.
I didn't know in the streets, actually, Mayor Ron Young in the streets came from him, I guess, from the buried power lines, if I'm not mistaken. I thought he said that. So, I mean, to me, I think it's a well-deserved statue, and I'm really looking forward to it. And you can see when Brad was with him, you could see how proud Brad was of his father. And I'm sure the same. I'm sure he's proud of Brad. But we always talk about so much divisiveness,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. It's so I'm so glad, and I could listen to him for hours to see what he did and how the community is thriving. And he had a big hand in that.
Well, I can't wait to download that from WFMD.com. I love that. You guys put up all your interviews, and you
Yep.
interview some amazing people. We were talking yesterday about the Fox News. You guys get
Evan
interviews
Brown.
with national news people and reporters, and it's really it's incredible.
Well, I appreciate that. And, look, we pride ourselves, like you do here with Good Morning Frederick. You're 100% local. And we pride ourselves also on being local, which separates us from the bigger radio stations. But we also like to get in national news correspondents because things that go on in the world, around the country, it affects us here locally too. And our
Yeah.
listeners want to know what's going on. And look, we're talking about the tragedy that happened, terrorist attack in Colorado. And this coming from Evan Brown, who's actually Jewish. He goes to synagogue down in Miami. So he kind of firsthand talked about what he has to go through being Jewish. And he kind of broke to us the news. And you might have heard this yesterday if you were listening, that one of the ladies who was a victim of that terrorist attack was actually a Holocaust survivor.
Mm.
So, for her, in her mind, she comes from a country where she can't practice. And look, I don't mean this to sound political. This is just, my heart bleeding for somebody. She
Yeah.
comes from a
Yeah,
country
for
where
sure.
she couldn't practice her religion, and she comes here thinking she's safe to do so. And what happens? That tragedy in
Yeah.
Colorado. So,
Yeah.
one thing we got to remember is we're all human. We all need to really love one another and respect one another, no matter race, religion, sex. Let's
Yep.
all get together and just do what we do here on the show on Good Morning Frederick. Love one another.
Yeah, absolutely. 100% agree. And if you're not tuning in, you can just say to Alexa, hey, Alexa, play WFMD, and you're there, right?
No. Say, Alexa, play that guy with the big arms, Chris Michaels. No, I'm just kidding. Don't say that. She'll laugh at you. Just be careful because I realized in life, if I ever call my wife by another woman's name, I'm in trouble. Apparently, it's the same with Alexa. I accidentally called her Siri, and she got mad at me. Who's Siri? So you can't do that with, yeah.
Thought you were
Apparently,
cheating on her. Boy, you're going to get,
yeah.
oh boy.
I,
Oh
I just can't
boy.
win. Yeah. So you got it. But no, all joke aside, just say, Alexa, play 9:30 WFMD, and you'll be connected. Of course, subscribe over here to Good Morning Frederick because you do a lot of the stuff that we're not able to do on the Morning News Express because of limited time. You bring in all the different, we can't, there's so much that's always going on in Frederick. We can't give you
Yeah.
everything schedules because we don't have the
Yeah.
time, but you're able to do that over here. So that's what makes Good Morning Frederick such a wonderful place to be. Subscribe, tell your friends to subscribe to Good Morning Frederick. So there
Thank
you
you,
go.
Fred. Thank you. All right.
So we'll get to news. Again, there's not a whole lot of news. I really want to get into talking about the former mayor because that is Frederick history. Sorry, my computer's going off here. But in other news, the investigation continues by the Frederick Police Department into the officer-involved shooting in downtown Frederick. Now, Dani, we talked about it on the Morning News Express as well. We talked about it here on Good Morning Frederick. Just in case you've been living under a rock, on Monday, May 12th, at the 300 block of North Market Street, Corporal Gary Morton was flagged down by a citizen concerning a man having a mental health crisis. Morton confronted the man who was armed with a knife. After repeated orders and requests to drop the knife, the man refused. Corporal Morton fired one shot, striking the man. First aid was administered at the scenes by police until medics arrived. The man was medevaced to a trauma center. Getting to Thurmont, going north here on 15. The Thurmont man is being held without bond at the Frederick County Adult Detention Center following his arrest on Monday. John Cintron, 34, is charged with 3 counts of manufacturing, possession, and distribution of explosive devices. Oh my goodness, that is not good. And 5 counts of reckless endangerment. Thurmont police say their investigation began on May 26, 2025, after they received a report about a man walking along Locust Drive while explosive devices were observed in the roadway. You know what? Got to give a shout out, Dani, to Thurmont PD.
Yeah.
Smaller department, don't have the
Yeah.
resources like the county does or Frederick PD does. And man, they were on it. Shout out to Thurmont PD for that. As a matter of fact, we need to get the chief of police from Thurmont PD on and talk about that. But great job to Thurmont PD. And Dani got some great news when it comes to weather.
All right, give it to me. Give it to me.
It is currently 64 out there. Dani, we're getting to a high of 83 today. Sunny, sunny, sunny. The sun will be as bright as your smile, my friend. Going to get down to a low of 58. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a hot one, 90. Sunny again. So I'm looking at the rain chances here, Dani. It looks like we only have a 7% chance of rain today. Wednesday and Thursday, 7% chance of rain. So we're looking good until Friday, where you can see some isolated thunderstorms. But the next few days, go out and about, enjoy it, take a walk, and enjoy the beautiful weather we're going to have. And I don't have sports, unfortunately. I'm sorry. But wait a minute. I don't want to leave you empty-handed. The New York Mets beat the Los Angeles Dodgers yesterday and are 1.5 games ahead of the Philadelphia Phillies. The stinking New York Knicks got eliminated from the playoffs. So as a Brooklyn Nets fan, I say, enjoy watching the NBA Finals next to my Brooklyn Nets at home. Anyway, I'm very mature, as you can tell. So
all right,
on that
there
note,
you go. And we got to get moving on our next movies for the kids.
yes,
We have, that is, I think, let me just make sure. It is August 20th, Wednesday, August 20th. I believe the movie will be Ferris Bueller's Day Off, August 20th. We're going to get a link up on WFMD.com and at Good Morning Frederick for you to join us. And then November 19th, we are watching the original Ghostbusters movie.
yes,
And
I'm excited.
we've got all the Ghostbuster guys, some of which will be at the Touch a Truck event we've been talking about at the Frederick Fairgrounds on Thursday, with their car, their costumes. They're going to be dressed up. It's going to be a big old party. So August 19th and November 20th are the did I just mess it up? Wait, August 20th and November 19th are the dates for the upcoming movies. We're going to put the links to get your tickets, just $20, includes popcorn and drinks. And that money all goes to Christmas Cash for Kids. So there you go.
So real quickly, before you let me go, 2 things I want to say. Number one, I can't talk for Bob Miller, so I'll have to ask him if he would do this with me. But maybe for an extra donation, me and Bob Miller can sing the Ghostbusters song. Karaoke I would do it for an extra donation. I love that song.
Oh, we're going to come up with all sorts of things that you have to do before the Ghostbusters event. But in the meantime, we've got Ferris Bueller. I got to come up with extra ways to raise money at the event. So we're going to figure that out too. We definitely will. We might have donations for people to sit next to you, and then donations for people to sit the furthest away from you as possible. So
those will probably get the most donations, Dani. What you should do is, the people who don't donate are punished. They're the ones that are next to me. So if they do that, we'll meet our goal right away.
We're going to do like the airlines, and we're going to put prices on seats depending on how far they are from you.
I guess I better shower and use deodorant then that day, huh?
Oh,
real quickly, before I let you go, I want to let you know 3 movies I have seen recently here. Back at it. Any Given Sunday. Great movie. Loved it.
Oh, you like that one. There you go.
Enjoyed that one. Basic Instinct. Woo! something I'd be really too
A
embarrassed to watch
Hotsy
with my mother.
Totsy movie.
I tell you what, not only would I be too embarrassed to watch with my mother, I was embarrassed to watch with my wife of 21 years.
It was a good movie though, but yes, yeah, little salacious. You can go look
I
that one up after the show.
yeah, I think about now. What's her name is almost 70 years old.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with that, but and also I saw Top Gun, which was a pretty good movie too. So
Wait
that's
a
where I'm
minute,
at so
pretty
far.
good. The original Top Gun
I
is one of the
I,
greatest
I
movies.
wasn't a huge fan of it. Still better than Shawshank Redemption. But then again, I also think the Never Ending Story was better than Shawshank Redemption. What do I know? Uh, but I just wasn't a fan of it. And also,
Well,
real
I'm
quickly, I think
glad you're keeping up with it. You know, you're making at least $4 on every movie that you're watching for Christmas Cash for
yep,
Kids. I can't wait to see how many you accomplish. We are midway through the year.
I can't believe
So,
how fast it is. Yeah,
yeah, you better pick up the pace, my friend.
and
Better pick
a
up the
big
pace.
a big thank you to former Mayor Ron Young. He gave me a couple of his books. I'm looking forward to reading. I just want to give him a shout out and a plug. I don't know if you can see
Ah,
it on here, but looking forward to
oh,
that. It's called My Story About Him Being Mayor of Frederick. I'm going to look forward to that. And another one he wrote, which is really good. Can you believe how cool it is? He thought I could actually read, and he gave me these books. There's no
I
pictures in it,
know.
Danny. There's no pictures. I mean, I'm looking for pictures. How am I supposed? Anyway, Mondays Forever. It looks like a really good book too. So yep,
Oh, very
there you go.
cool.
So I'm looking forward to
Awesome.
that.
I like it. Well, you'll have to give us your book reports when you're done.
Thank you, Danny, and good
All right.
morning, Frederick.
Have a great day. We'll see you later. Oh my goodness. Okay, there you go. That ran a little long. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. Then we're going to be back with a highlight of some of your Frederick area events. And we've got Brian and Ashley Allen. True Standard Distilling is now open in Frederick, and you're going to meet them coming up after this.
At Mid-Atlantic Chiropractic, we understand how pain can hold you back. We're here to understand what you're going through. For a limited time, you can schedule your first visit for just $50. Give us a call and mention Good Morning Frederick, and let's get you feeling better.
Get your tickets for Key City Rotary's Low Key Festival happening Friday, June 13th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater. It's an all-ages, family-friendly event with live music with the band Acute Triangle, Grilled Cheese, Please, and MR, Cheesecakes Food Trucks. Purchase adult beverages from Rockwell Brewery and Simply Theory Wine. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. Just search Low Key Festival. Thanks to Georgetown Insurance for their support.
Who's always wanted to go to Alaska? Well, that's me. And I'm putting together a trip June 9th through June 20th of 2026. I would love for you to join me. I'm working together with Antietam World Travel Service to put together an amazing itinerary featuring both land and sea. We're going to see all the great stuff you see when you go to Alaska. I promise it's going to be a lot of fun. Go to bit.ly/Alaska2 for more information.
Hi, I'm Devin, your friendly neighborhood shower door expert. Upgrade your bathroom with a beautiful glass shower door, custom fit to accent your space and make getting into your shower one of the highlights of your day. Come see us at our brand new showroom in Frederick, Maryland, or online at showerdoorexperts.com.
All right, it's now time to find out what is happening in Frederick. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar in Frederick and Gaithersburg and Taquito in Hagerstown. Taco Bar is located in the West Point Plaza off Route 40 in Frederick and at 3 Russell Avenue in Gaithersburg. And Taquito is at 812 Frederick Street with a drive-through option. Same great quality Mexican authentic food at all 3 locations. TacoBar1.com or taquitobytacobar.com for more information, location information, and hours. All right, Souls of Joy. I'm collecting new shoes. I need to put my collection number. I'm going to write a note to myself. Shoe total number on this slide.
because I want to keep track of where we are. I am taking direct donations through Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and Zelle. $5, even if just $5. If everybody who watched the show donated $5, I would hit my 300 pair goal. That is the goal this year, 300 pairs of shoes. Or you can purchase shoes along your travels, new shoes for kids kindergarten to 12th grade, which means they could be adult sizes or kid size shoes. You can drop them off at the home of Everything Frederick from Wednesdays to Sundays, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m., or at the Orioles Nest or Family Heritage Trust downtown. You want more information on how you can get involved in this event, let me know. Also, we're looking for sponsors, collection sites, and all that good stuff. All right, got a giveaway for you. How about a pair of tickets to Spirits of Maryland? That's right. You can win a pair of tickets to this great event where you get to go taste all the different concoctions from many distilleries throughout Maryland, including several here in Frederick. You'll recognize some of them, but Monica told us there's some from the Eastern Shore. Last year when I went, there were some from Baltimore, Howard County, Carroll County, all over the place. It's awesome. All the distillers will be set up in the Visitation Ballroom at the new Visitation Hotel site. And vendors, food trucks, other booths will be set up in the garden out front. Very cool idea. And I think this is going to be a great event. I, again, went last year. We'll be going again this year. And text SPIRITS to 888-465-2944. Again, text SPIRITS to 888-465-2944. You've got until June 15th, and the winners will be selected and notified, and the event is June 21st. All right, now through the 7th, that's Saturday. It is the Fort County Lions Club Carnival. Boy, are they getting lucky with some great weather so far this week. 6 to 11 p.m. That is at the Mount Airy Carnival Grounds. You can head out there if you want to get your carnival intake for the second local one of the season. Today, 3 o'clock, Benstown has a 1-year celebration. They have hors d'oeuvres and happy hour, and then 19th Street Band plays today from 3 to 8 p.m. Stop by Benstown and wish them a very happy birthday. On Thursday, it is the Touch a Truck event and the Farm Bureau Safety Fair at the Frederick Fairgrounds. Now, if you haven't been up on things, the Monster Renegade truck event is coming to the fairgrounds this weekend. I believe tickets are still available, which is why we're doing this event when we are. Now, 2 to 3 o'clock is quiet hour, and then 3 to 7, things kick into full gear. There are even monster truck rides that you can purchase. Now, it is free to get into this event, but there are many things available for additional purchase, like food and drink. We are going to have a mechanical bull ride completely free, thanks to Good Morning Frederick and Shannon Flannery, the real estate goddess of Mauer Realty and the founder of Everything Frederick and More, and the home of Everything Frederick. 5 to 8 on Thursday, it is Alive at 5. On Friday, if you graduated from high school in the 80s in Frederick, come to Benstown to celebrate the 40th year of the class of 1985. We would love to have you, would love to see you. It is more a party than anything. We don't really care where you graduated from. And to be honest, probably wouldn't remember where anybody was from anyway, because we all hung out with one another and have hung out with one another since high school. So that's pretty cool. All right, this Saturday is First Saturday in downtown Frederick. Tour de Frederick is on. That is just a warning for you in the northern part of the county, or the over in the Walkersville area way. There will be many cyclists on the road all morning long. So just be vigilant, as you always are. Be careful when you're out driving around. 11 to 5 is First Saturday. We are going to have children's book author
Natalie is going to be in. She is the Adventures with Katie author. I did see on her social media that the third book is being released, which is very cool. But you can come get her first and second book. It is available at the Home of Everything Frederick. We are also going to have live music in the afternoon and some pop up vendors as well. So come join us on Saturday, 11. I think we might be open until 5. The live music said 3 to 5. So come on out. Come by 4 just in case, but I think we're going to be having a good time. We'd love to see you this Saturday. 2 to 9, Let There Be Rock Schools Fest at the AmVets Farm. Benefits Rhythm Changes organization, which is a local nonprofit giving back so kids can play musical instruments. That event goes from 2 to 9. There are 6 live bands playing, and you can check that out if you go to their social media. You'll be able to see all the information, what bands are playing, and all that good stuff. June 11th, it is Cocktails and Conversations. That is the second Wednesday of the month, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Home of Everything Frederick. It is a networking event. It is so fun. We have the best time. And our guest speaker this month is Whitney Hahn. She is an amazing speaker, so funny and really engaged. I love listening to her. And we're going to be talking about Chat GPT and AI and how it can help you. And June 13th is Key City Rotary's Low Key Festival happening at the Carroll Creek Amphitheater with live music, food trucks. It is all ages, family friendly, though there will be some adult beverages available through Rockwell Brewery and Simple Theory Wine. All right, that gives you a highlight of what is happening over the next couple of weeks. Remember, if you want that full calendar, all you have to do is look at the link that is in this podcast, and it sends you right to it. If you have an event you want included on the calendar or one you want me to talk about, just email it to everythingfredericklive@gmail.com or get it to me some way, and we will figure it out. To talk about it, just $25 for 5 days, $40 for 10 days. All right, quick break, and then we're coming back with Brian and Ashley Allen from True Standard Distilling. That is coming up right after this. Experience an unforgettable vacation at the Salty Seahorse on the 4x4 beach in Corolla, North Carolina. Enjoy the pool, relax in the hot tub, fish, and kayak right off the private dock. The Salty Seahorse will be your forever vacation home. Go to thesaltyseahorse2201.com.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
Oh, yes. A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business located right here in Frederick. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They can also put in new windows, give you some gutters, and even build you a new patio or deck. All you have to do is call A&S Construction at 301-703-2157 or send an email, info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, because you watch Good Morning Frederick, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. All you have to do is tell Sandra that you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. All right. Let's find out who's making our market tasty. Market Makers is sponsored by Pulling for Veterans. Don't forget, June 21st is the Veteran Family Fun Day. That is at the Burkittsville Ruritan Club. It got a little warm in here. And it is free for veterans and their families with free food, music, fun, games. Then on June 27th, it is PTSD Awareness Day with a vigil in Memorial Park on Bench Street at 6:30 p.m. For all the details, go to pullingforveterans.org or search them up on social media. All right. I tell you, I don't know if we can ever have too many distilleries, but Frederick truly needs True Standard, because if you're a rum drinker, there is no one else making rum like they do, even though we've got tons of distilleries in this town. There's always room for one more, for sure. I got a chance to chat with Brian and Ashley Allen on the grand opening of True Standard. 10 North Carroll Street. It is True Standard's grand opening. Brian and Ashley Allen, the two first names.
It is.
Yes. It's all good. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
This has been quite a journey for you guys, I know. Firstly, the building itself was quite an undertaking.
Yes. It took us about a year of design work with our architect at Bates Architects, and then it took about 2 years of construction with Keller Construction.
Wow.
So
and it's been around for a long time.
Yes, it was originally built in 1890, and it was used for repairing the not wheels,
carriage
wheels. Carriage wheels. Yes,
okay.
Carriage wheels. And so there was a blacksmith's forge where they would bend the hoops for to repair the wheels.
Wow.
The blacksmith forge is now our archives, and we'll take you back so you can see it. It's a very neat room.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys have kept a lot of the character of the original building, even though it might not work perfectly with maybe what you wanted, but you've made it work beautifully. You've been hosting events here even before the first barrel, which you guys just filled, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
The 80th barrel.
That was the 80th barrel. So all of our barrels behind us
are all
full of
go.
rum. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How long does it take to fill a barrel?
So it takes about 10 days to do a complete fermentation. So we mix the water, molasses, and yeast in our fermenters. We have 5 of them. We let it sit for about 10 days. After the 10th day, we pump it over to our still. It takes about 6 to 8 hours to run the still, and that comes off. We get about 100 gallons at 140 proof.
Wow. Okay.
And so from there, we take that and put it in a tank, let it sit for a few days to kind of relax it from the volatile process of this, right? And so we let it sit for a few days, and then we can either send it to bottling for a silver rum, we can spice it for one of our spiced rums, or we can age it. And so 95% of what we're doing actually gets sent to the barrels and pumped into barrels.
All right.
They're going to age for about 5 years. Some will be 7 to 8, 9 years as well.
Wow. So that's you're preempting the process, I
Yes,
guess, for a while. And so what does that do as far as distribution and having a tasting room and doing, how are you trying to balance all of that?
So it's a delicate balance. Currently we have our silver rum, which once again, it comes off the still. We let it sit for a few weeks on the silver rum.
Yeah.
And then we bottle it, and it makes an incredible daiquiri.
All right.
Some of the other rums we have are silver spiced rum, and dark spiced rum. And those will then go to a different tank, and we actually add spices that we bring in the raw ingredients of cardamom, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg.
Oh, wow.
We'll run them through a lab process through our extractors using our rum. So it's a natural spice or citrus peel And then we use our rum to extract the flavors.
Okay.
And then we take that and add that into the rums.
Okay, excellent.
So that's what we're working on now is we're focusing on the spiced rums, the silver rum. We also have a unaged rum that's finished with oak and French oak. It's our Oxford Reserve.
Okay.
And so we take those, and that's what we're going to market with right now. And that's all under our Dangerous Summer line.
Well, I noticed that on the boxes, Dangerous Summer. I think that's quite appropriate for rum and drinkers and not drinkers. But so what brought on that name, and why did you guys decide on that?
Well, if you sit behind our bar long enough, everybody tries our cocktails and say, that's dangerous. And I'm like, yes, it is. It's made with our Dangerous Summer.
I love it.
And so it's a brand that we've built the bottle so that you throw them in an ice chest with a few mixers, take it to the beach, and enjoy your weekend, your summer vacation.
I love it.
And so that's kind of the goal with the brand.
Yeah.
We'd like to think that with Dangerous Summer, there's a rum for everyone.
Yeah.
And our tasting room is so special because if you come in saying, oh, I usually drink gin, then our bartenders are trained to know what kind of drinks we could make to emulate that and then make you fall in love with rum.
So right now you're able to come in and taste
Absolutely.
when you guys are open, obviously, and purchase bottles and or cases.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, excellent. That's really cool.
Yeah.
This all started from a trip to Costa Rica, is that correct?
It did.
So that's a pretty big jump from I love drinking rum when I'm on vacation to I think I can do this too.
So I'm born and raised in Mississippi. I went on a few mission trips to Costa Rica.
All right.
Ended up moving there for school for a semester.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then moved back there to work for about a year. And when you're in Costa Rica, you're going to the beach, you're going and traveling around the country when you're not working or in school. And the local culture kind of got me into the rum vibe and the rum feel. And so from there, I ended up moving to Hawaii for 5 years. And I'm sitting around with a bunch of friends going, man, we should be able to make this. And so I'm like, I know I can play with copper and build with copper. So we built a very rudimentary still to start. We tried fermenting some sugar cane and some molasses and different products and ran it through a little still, and it turned out pretty good. And so we built a bigger one and a bigger one and a bigger one.
That's wild.
And so I ended up leaving all my equipment behind. So when I moved to Virginia in 2015, I ended up getting a beer keg and starting all over and making another still. And
I wonder if anyone's stilling from your original still.
Exactly.
Well, then he met me, and I said, well, let's make this a legal passion.
Yep. So
I want to be on any of those shows.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
so then we started plotting and planning about 2017 to figure out where we were going to do it, what we wanted to do, how big we wanted to do it. And it's finally the day.
And why Frederick?
Well, we fell in love with Frederick when we visited, when we were dating.
Yeah.
And then we bought a house in Frederick.
Okay.
And when we started looking for a building, there's no other better place than downtown Frederick. I mean, the community, the other distilleries, wineries, breweries. I mean, this is the place to be. So we're honored to join them.
It's a very collaborative, area here, business-wise, and with the brewers and distillers. I think it's amazing. I think it's really great.
Yes.
What's one thing you hope to achieve over now that you've got open and you're kind of rolling along? I know you guys have targets. Like, what is the one thing you hope to achieve by the end of this summer?
By the end of this summer, we're looking to get our rum known within Frederick, and then also in the liquor stores, bars, restaurants. And we want people going into the restaurants going, actually, can you make that with Dangerous Summer? Or, hey, have you had that Dangerous Summer yet? And so that's the goal is we want to get our products all throughout Frederick and get it on your summer vacation wish list.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. All right, Brian and Ashley Allen here at True Standard. Now you can check their socials and their websites for all their hours, when they're open, what specials are happening. I know there's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of people here, so be patient the first few weeks. You know how things are when things get started. But go get yourself some Dangerous Summer. It is summertime now.
Yeah.
We appreciate you very much. Thanks so much for being a part of our community.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So I am trying to convince them to come to the 300th show on June 18th, making some of their fisty cocktails for that show. It is all about indulgence because I'm gonna be doing an ice cream bar for the 300th show. So would love for you guys to come out to that as well. 300 is, I think, a pretty good accomplishment. And right now I'm wearing the 100th shirt. We have our 200th shirts. We have our 1 year anniversary shirts. And very soon I will release the 300th show shirts. I also very soon will release the Mechanical Bull shirts that I am doing with Shannon Flannery. So excited to see them as well. So we can get you looking great all summer long. And don't forget, all the proceeds from the Good Morning Frederick merch goes to a local nonprofit. All right, that is it for me today. Help me get to 10,000 views on these videos. I need your help to do it. Share a video, share a segment, share the YouTube channel so more people know about great things like True Standard. I mean, if you didn't watch this and you didn't know about it, it might be months before you figure out what is going on. All right. Have a great, awesome day. Get out in the sunshine and the warm weather, and let's be great.